Now this is the perfect story because me and Anne are geeks, aren't we?
Yes.
We love our science. And if your son or daughter is a keen scientist, perhaps they're struggling a little bit to get encouragement in the field. But there's a new UK scheme hoping to reward the next generation of scientists, engineers and inventors.
It's called the Big Bang UK Young Scientists and Engineers Competition, and it aims to recognise and reward young people's achievements in all areas of science.
Well, today we are delighted to welcome the 2022 Young Engineer of the Year, Avye, who joins us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why, first and foremost, why have you been interested in science?
So I've been interested in kind of science, technology, engineering and maths from kind of like a young age of just going along to different events like the Science Museum and different technology workshops and events. And from gradually going to all these different events, I've just been really interested in my knowledge and passion and interest has just grown and grown and grown.
Wow.
How old are you now?
I'm 14 now.
Yeah, congratulations.
So,
you've brought in this amazing thing.
What is
which
it?
You're going to have to explain to us, please.
So this is my pavilion, which I entered for the Big Bang competition. And basically it's an air quality project, so it reacts to the CO2 levels inside the pavilion. So it's a scaled down model of what a real life-size pavilion could be. And my aim for it is to be installed into different locations to provide space and healthy indoor air quality solutions. Yeah.
So it measures the CO2
Yeah.
in the air and then does what?
So it measures the CO2 levels inside the pavilion, and depending on whether they're high or low, features around the pavilion will activate. So for example, at the front, there's a front shutter wall, there's a sliding skylight on the top.
This is what we can hear, is that what we can hear?
Yeah, that's what you can hear right now. And then at the back is the back shutter wall, which also opens and closes as well.
Fantastic.
So this would be a great big life-size place.
Yeah, that's the aim, yeah.
Yeah, but it's the environment would all be sort of automatically controlled,
Yeah.
or at least for air quality. So you've got some plants there, but you might imagine big trees and enormous floral arrangements and things like that. And the idea is to keep the air quality good for humans or plants.
So humans, so the users who would actually be using the space inside the pavilion, yeah.
Right. I mean, look, in all of this, I mean, it's a great idea, but what about the technology behind it? It's one thing to come up with an idea to say, yes, we need to do something, and it will automatically regulate it with these openings and shutters and what have you. But how did you get your head around the technology needed to detect CO2 in this sort of way?
So obviously, as you said, you have to think about the idea. So after the idea, I started thinking, what functions did I actually want to happen around the pavilion? So I started thinking about opening and closing mechanisms. So that got me to think about using different types of motors. And then motors obviously need to be programmed. So I used something called Circuit Python, which I used to program all the different electronic components around the pavilion. So yeah.
So you've got a little readout here.
Yeah.
And that's giving you a readout of different parts of the pavilion and what their levels are.
Yeah, so at the top, you might not be able to see it, but it's got the CO2 levels, and then it goes down to added features like temperature, humidity, and the battery.
So there's a little computer in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's a microcontroller.
A microcontroller which you have programmed. And where are the sensors? Are they in?
So the sensors are actually inside. So the CO2 sensor is what picks up, obviously, the CO2, and that's what triggers everything to react depending on whether it's high or low enough.
What does surprise mean to you then? I don't know what, in terms of, I don't know if you get money or scholarships or whatever, but in terms of encouragement that it gives you to move forward.
I would definitely say that the winning the Big Bang Young Engineer of the Year award has definitely empowered me to keep going and to keep getting myself involved in making these different projects and immersing myself in different STEM-based subjects and to potentially go on to have a career in STEM as well. So I definitely say it's given me a really big platform, and it's given me kind of the encouragement to speak about my project and to get involved in other cool projects and ideas that I think later on as well. So at the moment, I have my organisation called Girls into Coding, where
Girls into Coding.
Yeah, where I engage girls and they come along to events and different workshops and events, and they get involved in different STEM-based activities. So one thing I would definitely like to work on is transferring the pavilion into an even more scaled down model to be actually able to use at my events as well. to so kind of use as an educational tool to other young people.
See, one day that could be a dome, not a
Yeah, maybe.
moon or Mars.
Yeah.
A controlled environment.
You wouldn't want to open the windows on them.
Well, you wouldn't open the windows, no, you'd have to control
I
it
tell you what, though,
inside a dome.
it is hugely impressive.
It
You are
really
hugely impressive.
And what's
Nice,
it looks
confident young lady.
Yeah, it
It
is.
looks
It does.
fab.
It's fantastic. It is really good to meet you.
Thank you
Congratulations,
so
Avye.
much.
Spread the word. Go on spreading the word about girls in engineering, because it can be done, and it's obviously being done.
Oh, love that. So clever. Now we've just got time to head